You died, screamed the TV in pixelated white lettering. My cousins and I were playing Minecraft, and we had all just died before beating the final boss. No! Our three high-pitched voices screamed in unison. We had worked so hard for 2 weeks straight in the summer, only to lose all of our progress. We had failed to beat the game. However, we learned from our mistakes, respawned, collected our items, and this time, we succeeded. I realize now the similarity that this event shares with life more generally, namely, the role that failure plays in growth and success. My cousins and I had initially failed to beat the boss, but after another try, we ended up succeeding because we realized what we did wrong and were able to finally beat the boss by fixing those mistakes. It's easy to run from failure out of fear that it will define you and undermine any sense of accomplishment or self-worth. However, failure should be welcomed because it provides a learning experience and a chance to grow by exposing our weaknesses. Failure can also open up new doors and opportunities. Ever since my sister had toured UT Austin in the summer of 2018, I've always viewed it as my dream school. Maybe it was the beautiful campus, or the generous students and tour guides, or maybe the fact that it was the first college I had seen. Regardless of the reason, I had set my sights on this college and was determined to get in. Before I knew it, my senior year rolled around and the application to UT Austin sat before me. I was so filled with excitement and flooded with confidence in my ability to get in that filling out the applications to other schools almost felt pointless. My dad tried to temper my excitement by pointing out that there was no guarantee I would get in. I didn't listen. When applications rolled out on February 7th, I checked my UT Austin My Status portal, confident to see that acceptance notification. My heart dropped when it said otherwise. I had been capped. In other words, I was given the opportunity to transfer into UT Austin during my sophomore year, but I had to attend a different University of Texas school during my freshman year. However, this conditional acceptance almost felt pointless. Thus, I had failed to get into my dream school. However, my narrow-minded approach to college had now dissipated, and I started to research programs that were similar to UT Austin more seriously. Through this experience, I learned that success is not always guaranteed, as well as that failure is able to open up new doors. I discovered my weakness of being overconfident, and although having a lot of confidence can be a good thing, having too much of it can lead to one's downfall. Failure can also come in any shape or form, whether it be through academics or through personal life. On June 8th, 2019, my grandpa passed away from cancer. On a seemingly normal summer day, after I'd gotten home from swimming with my dad, we had received the heartbreaking news. Since I was relatively young at this time, I was distracted by video games, and I didn't see the value of cherishing the time that I had with my grandpa. When he passed, I regretted not hugging him a little tighter. Or talking to him for a little longer. And overall, just not appreciating my time with him. I had failed to enjoy his limited presence. I now realize that I was too selfish, putting my own priorities ahead of a beloved relative. However, I'm trying to work on this weakness by learning to cherish the time that I have with my loved ones, especially with my grandma, who is currently 93 years old. While it is good to learn from failure, self-reflection can help us to avoid failure in the first place. To summarize, failure isn't something you should be scared of, nor is it something that's worth running from. It's a key part to success and growth as it provides chances to learn from your mistakes. Opens up new opportunities, teaches you life lessons, and exposes your weaknesses. When you learn to welcome your failures and shortcomings and address these weaknesses, you are able to grow as a person and ultimately succeed. I'd like to thank the senior class of 2025 for all the great memories that we were able to share. I'd especially like to thank the senior boys for all the laughter, good times, advice, as well as for keeping me humble and reminding me that I'm not as nonchalant as I think I am. I'd like to thank my teachers, my coaches, my clergy, and the consecrated for guiding me in my journey through high school. I'd like to thank Lily for being my best friend and for all the times we spent together. Thank you to my parents, most especially, for your constant support, guidance, and ability to put up with my stubbornness. I am truly blessed and grateful to have you. Thank you to my sister for being a pretty decent sibling and always being there for me. Last and certainly not least, I'd like to thank God for His countless blessings and for granting me the opportunity to attend this school. Thank you.